Greetings, greetings, one and all! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to some more Danganronpa 3. My name is Akiyar, and when we last left off, we had our first half of the trial, almost completed. It kind of left on a cliffhanger, which is still very weird to me, where the game pointed at the wrong person when it was very obviously somebody else, and now we're gonna have to prove that, but really shouldn't have ended there. But anyway, yes, we had the first major bit of the trial. It went pretty well. I didn't understand the assignment. I got the killing wrong. I'm sorry to say, it was most definitely incorrect. But, you know, I tried. And that's all that matters. So, yeah, so, should I talk about my thoughts on that killing? No, I'll leave it until after the trial is, after all of the trial is over. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to move into the second half of the trial, which is probably going to be like twice as long as the first half. That's not really how halves work, but try telling that to the developers of this game. So, let's go. Close.
Looks like we've reached the intermission segment, which means it's time for our Guess the Victim Quiz! A victim quiz, not a culprit quiz? The only victims are the people who are still watching this drawn-out, boring crap!
It's a bit harsh. Going a little bit too far there, Monotaro. Jeez. Oh wait, that was Monotaro, not Monokuma. Oops, wrong voice.
Why are you being such a downer all of a sudden?
It's okay.
It is okay. I'm sure everyone is happy. How do you know? They could be skipping this entire conversation for all you know.
I have proof. I have video evidence. Nope.
Hold it! I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm the real victim here, me. Why are you getting upset? If anything, I'm the real victim. I gotta put up with all this nonsense all the time. That's the right answer, Monodam. Why? He hasn't said anything. Exactly, because there are no victims. Yep, even if you're killed in this killing game, you're a winner.
That's basically what my mom told me every time I did the sports day at school. Yep. I got a lot of participation medals. Not very many winning medals.
Because then everyone mourns you and you get tons of posthumous popularity.
Daddy!
Oh, Daddy, you don't need to reveal these kind of behind-the-scenes details.
All right!
Dying makes you more popular, then we gotta die soon too.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't make you more popular. It doesn't. Just don't. Just please don't. Don't. Yes, please move on. Thank you. Thank you, Monodam, for moving us on from that. Class trial resume. Did somebody fart? It wasn't me.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
I'm pretty sure you're too cute to be a ghost.
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary.
Logic does not compute.
Remains of a once powerful
Did you hear something? No,
right now.
I didn't hear anything.
Threshold of an amazing adventure.
You know what else is scary?
Monodam just can't catch a break this time around, huh?
Tasty, sweet puns.
Although to be
So
fair, he
loud,
deserves it.
So sweet, so delicious. That doesn't sound scary at all.
Scarily good.
Too scared of losing my friends.
You killed two of your brothers.
Did you hear something?
Right now.
No,
On the threshold
I didn't hear anything.
He's looking to kill someone. He's fixing to throw hands. Oh hey, explosion lolly. How are you?
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not?
No, she didn't. Spoilers.
Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
No, she still didn't.
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Twat. Did you kill that twat? Very American.
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
That's actually funny. They tried to use an an English like slang kind of thing, but they did it in an American accent. So it's a twat, mate. All right, it's no twat. It's a twat. You got that, mate?
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
No, it's not. I can prove it.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
I can prove she didn't do it.
Are you even listening?
Okay, maybe I can't prove that she didn't do it, but I can prove that she didn't. That the middle room didn't matter. So that
No,
helps.
I'm not listening.
Yeah. What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
Because the other two were bitches?
And now, you're all saying I killed them?
Though to be fair, I do still think that she may have killed Angie.
I don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial! Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired.
I'm surprised she didn't just sit down.
Pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Do you know what's really dumb? Do you know what's actually really dumb? The game actually had an opportunity here, and they're choosing not to take it. Which is that the person who murdered Tenko doesn't actually matter. Assuming that they didn't also murder Angie. But the murderer of Angie, that's the important bit. Oh, and by the way, something that I should probably point out, which is in my head, but now I want it in yours, is that it was actually Korekyo who first asked the Cubs to clarify the rules about if there were two victims and two killers, which one are they actually aiming for? So he's actually the one who brought that about. But what the game is messing up here is the fact that Kyo killed Tenko, yeah, but it doesn't actually matter. Like, it doesn't actually matter so long as he didn't also kill Angie. That's the important bit here. And I don't think that he did, because I don't think that he could have. Because only the Student Council and Kokichi. His name is Kokichi, isn't it? Wait, I can find that out real quick. Wait, I don't even need to do that. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Kokichi, yeah. Only the Student Council and Kokichi, as far as we know, were able to get into the room to kill Angie. So therefore, he couldn't be the killer of Angie. So therefore, he should just put his hands up and say, fine, I'm the one who did it. Like, the game is missing an edge here. That he is a killer, but he doesn't actually have to care. He doesn't have to play the game. But here, he's actually doing something really dumb, which is he's trying to push the blame for the killing of Tenko onto Himiko, even though he knows she's not the killer, thus committing suicide. Well, okay, maybe he doesn't know that she's not the killer of Angie, but he's trying to convince them that she's the killer of Tenko and make her the culprit. But if if they vote for her, and she isn't the one who killed Angie, and again, she's top of my list for Angie right now still, then he's committing suicide. He has no reason not to just admit being the culprit. And I feel like they could have played with that. I feel like they could have done something with that story-wise. But kind of didn't. Kind of chose not to, as far as I can tell. But we'll continue.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko!
Himiko couldn't have killed
Himiko's not
Tenko.
that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
Rude. She is a magician, you know. She is a magician, which does involve some careful planning and sleight of hand and stuff like that. Honestly, this is very much a crime that a magician would think to pull off, I think. But I mean, she didn't do it, but still, I don't see why you had to throw her under the bus like that.
Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
I can prove it.
We gotta look for more possibilities.
Wait, I can actually prove that she isn't the killer, though, can't I? Does any of the truth bullets say when the sickle was actually put... no, who put the cloth over the cage? Does any of them say that? Wait. Iron Cage... Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko, and Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage, yeah. There is... I did have to click on... White sheet. Hyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. Yeah, okay, so I can in fact prove that he was the killer. Fantastic, brilliant.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth.
Yeah, you get him, Gunta.
So no give up, Himiko.
You could just ask me. Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. Hey, I could finally answer the damn question. Bloody Kokichi.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
No.
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle room, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Was trap only in that room?
Yep.
Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Easy.
even if Himiko picked the room, someone else could have set that trap.
Indeed.
Your opinions are empty words.
Dots. Alright, well that's an easy one. If the culprit's plan were to make Himiko a suspect, they might have persuaded her to choose that room somehow. But how? And what would that tell us? Well, that's an easy one. Super straightforward.
Because you laid your trap.
That room?
There you go.
Other rooms may be trapped.
Hey, you got the V as well. Sweet. Hey, Gunta looked so happy. Yeah, big smile. Like, yeah.
It's just what Gonta said.
Great.
Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
Indeed.
What? Is that true?
Yeah, you were right. Good job.
Kokichi will tell you.
Thanks,
He
Kokichi.
was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Thanks for that, bro. Really appreciate it. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. What bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Indeed.
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
You didn't have to mention that, Pip.
What?
You could have just said, yeah, sure.
There's also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Indeed.
I see.
Gotten a bit quiet there,
We were
Kyo.
caught in the culprit's trap all along.
We, yes.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Now he's going to say, oh, but Himiko was the one who suggested all 3 rooms. Probably.
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives.
I think
It's
we
for
can ignore
everyone who's
Angie's one,
died
you're
as
right.
well.
I think she got expelled, right?
We can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
She graduated.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore.
Yay! Explosion lolly.
I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
2 blackened, technically.
Hey, there you go.
Well, maybe
You're in
2.
the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from my soul patch, bro.
Soul, bro.
It's not actually a
Well,
soul patch,
anyway.
but sure.
Do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
Eh?
What are you talking about?
What? What is he talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
No. It's not. That is a fantastic point. It's because of the circle. The magic circle. He told everybody to not step on the salt. That's a great
That is a good point.
That's a great one, Kokiji. Well done.
Must have been barrier magic. Well,
Okay, you can give up again. It's fine. Don't worry, you try
it
it.
might have been something else.
Yeah. Why did no one step on the floorboard until it was used for the murder? Ah, that's it. That must be the reason. Yes, let me point it out, please. Where is it? Oh shit. What is it actually called? White sheet. Magic Circle Korekyo Drew. Yes, please.
This is it.
Nice.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail, but it may also unleash a curse.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we definitely didn't get an answer, but I am still very, very curious about whether or not the entire point of the seance was to kill the medium. I'm very curious if that's the case. If that's in the book somewhere, or if that was just a secondary benefit. That's right, if that's the case, then the culprit, there's no doubt in my mind, they're the one who killed Tenko. Blade all, Shuichi, it took you a minute. Took you a hot second. I figured that out yesterday. Only one person had the opportunity and the motive. Okay, I don't know about motive, but opportunity, yeah. Hello. Hello.
It has to be you.
It does have to be you.
Kyo. Was it you?
I think you
Whatever
framed
are
that
you
wrong.
talking about?
I think what you meant to say was, it
I'm
was
talking
you.
about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
Many
Because
things.
you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle.
What's funny is that I did actually mention those variables, but I got rid of the when I was talking about who the killer might be before the start of the trial. That was one of the reasons why I was kind of sussing Kyo at the time. But then I decided, you know what? Since everybody since anybody could have looked at the book, and basically everybody could have known that he really, really wants to do a seance. Maybe it's not that unfeasible, but yeah, no, honestly, I should have stuck to my guns and maybe followed through with that idea a little more.
In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder.
I don't know, I think the giant dog statue adds a little bit of flair, don't you think?
Knowing
A little
that,
bit of something, something?
The person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
He's cracking, lads.
What is so funny?
He's gone. He's broken.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell.
Yes?
How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
Well, he could have just measured it out. I mean, he had plenty of time in the room. He's the one who drew it out. He's the one who drew the thing. Maybe it's part of the ritual that it's like exactly like, I don't know, whatever it is, like 6 steps away from where you are. I don't know, maybe.
I see. That is problem.
A bit, yeah.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
I have a better piece of evidence
how
that
can
makes
you
that
be so
basically
calm when you're backed
basically
into a corner
not
like
an
this?
issue.
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. Wait. If there was a light underneath the floorboard, but no, they would have noticed. But how? How did they move around in total darkness? Damn it. See, this is the exact question I asked myself yesterday, and I actually went into the thing and tried to figure out how anybody else except for Kibo could have seen in the dark. But I wasn't able to think of an answer. And I'm still not. Okay, but this time we're not underneath the thing, right? We're on top of the... We're not underneath the floor, we're on top of the floor. So how would you know? How would he have known? Think of those last moments. Marker stone? Nah, probably not. Iron cage. Circle. Unless he like felt the salt under his feet and was able to tell with that, maybe? Dog statue. No, it would be kind of cool if there was like a small light in his mouth that only he knew about, but no. Can't be seen through his blood and back. There's no hole in the fabric. No. Center of the circle. I mean, it could just be as simple as him just knowing the distances. It could just be that simple. But I don't know. Let's see what the game asks from me. In a room that dark, it's hard to imagine the culprit found the right board. Although, even after I put out the candle, I could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute.
Maybe. Oh,
Did you
shit.
figure it out?
Maybe? Is it the salt? That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used... hearing, touch, smell, touch, the salt.
That's it.
Yeah?
The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Okay, well that was pretty straightforward.
Wasn't seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
And of course you are trying to confuse us all, but no, I'm sure there was something. A landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. I mean, technically it could have been the cage as well. It must have been at the scene. I know it. Hangman's Gambit. Salt. No. Okay, let's just try. No. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest. G? No. Hey? I'm just hidden in the dark here. I'm magic circle. Magic. Okay, got it. Magic circle. Fantastic. G. I. C. I think this was a C. No, that's a G. Right, I'm looking for an R. There you go. Yep. L. And finally E. Perfect. Complete. Well, I figured it out, you know.
That's it.
Come on.
Magic circle. They used the magic circle.
I mean, technically, the way that I was thinking of, the thing that I said right before the anagram started popping up is that they could have just used the cage. I mean, all they had to do was walk forwards until their hand gently touched the cage, and then just walk like a step or two to the side, and then slam down. That's all they had to do. Then retrace their steps back. But anyway.
Remember? The magic
That was
circle was drawn with salt.
This was my first option as well,
The
so
culprit
I'm
used
good.
the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
Are you ready yet, Kyo?
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes?
So take a step forward, jackass.
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
You just have to take a step forward. What the hell is this guy
You're
talking about?
talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
I see. Another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt all but guaranteed it would be temporary. The investigation itself would have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Does he have a camera? Does he have a camera in his eye holes?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Just ignoring.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
You know, you should.
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Kibo's asking for
May
this.
I have your attention?
You have our attention. Stop flashbanging us.
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
You could have just said what you wanted to say.
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really?
What?
Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
What?
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
It's a camera. Why are you so hesitant about a camera, Mew? What was the purpose that you installed him with it? Why did you...
Image recording?
Oh, what are we going to see?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Set. Huh.
From your mouth?
Okay, I guess he really is a robot.
So used magic like that before.
The card trick?
This
Yeah.
printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I reluctantly took the paper from Kibo's mouth. There's lines going to every corner, huh? So this is the magic circle used for the seance.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Indeed I do. Notice anything? I can't help but notice everything. I have seen it all now. Boop.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kyo's lie.
My lie.
Your lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely certain why you did,
Yeah,
but
what was it you were saying about its purpose?
yeah, please do explain.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds. You're what? Why?
Can I leave?
Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so...
Sorry, I think I just took 1d50 psychic
You're all
damage.
grossed out. This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Your plan makes no sense, lady.
Talking about your poop, no one cares.
Yeah, you tell her, Himiko, please. Thank you.
You killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
One last fight. Well,
Since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object.
alright, let me find the thing that I'm obviously going to use. What exactly is it called? So I can do it real quick. It is simply... White sheet. Yes, that's all I need.
To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Yeah, that's basically the entire...
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
I do kind of feel like this is the entire point, is just what he said just there. It's completely unimportant. He's just doing all this shit just to entertain himself. Little asshole. We still have another murder to get to, bitch. Come on. Whatever. White sheet, there it is.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carry the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your words.
Incorrect. I've been wanting to do that for ages. For literally 39 minutes.
Who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth.
By the way, I'm still not entirely certain how the sickle ended up underneath the floorboards. That's the only part that I'm not entirely certain about.
And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth.
Yeah, so it's in his hands now.
Then, while everyone was distracted,
Oh,
you
okay.
discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Yeah. What? No.
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
I think he just did.
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, okay, no, I'll let him talk.
It was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen. Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
What you talking about, Willis?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Wow, who would have thought?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
It takes a lot of effort.
Hey, why you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Not
Of
technically.
course not. This case was an error on my part.
Hmm?
Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes?
Yeah.
How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer?
So you wanted to commit suicide?
Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Ooh, I love juicy plot twists.
Nuts to that. Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you.
Hold on.
Wowee! This argument is getting intense.
Oh, is it time for the scrum or whatever it's called?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
he is in.
Waiting for it.
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone. Split opinion. Do we have to do the same one over and over again? I mean, it's a pretty cool animation, but... Actually... Yeah, all the dead are still dead. Huh. I was kind of wondering if it would, like, revert back to the original one, where there were only 2 empty slots, but no. No. Still people are dead. Wait, why are there so few people on...
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo,
We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
When we aren't consistent, our position looks weak. Yeah, I missed that one.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
I kind of like this. It's very cinematic.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
I got this! But he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Oh shit, I forgot about this bit. Okay, this bit I'm not entirely a fan of. I don't like button mashing. It's painful. Okay. Break. And then we teleport back.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Hmm? What do you mean?
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain.
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene.
Ah, the duct tape?
I believe
No,
it
it's not
might
the
even
duct
have
tape.
something to do with Angie's murder.
No, the dried blood. Yes, that's the one. The outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene was dried blood under the floor.
This is it!
That's where the laceration on the forehead comes from.
The blood stain
But
found under the floor.
this
Rocky and I found it during the investigation.
this is where my deductions have completely run to an end. I have no idea where to go from here. So yeah, basically the game has now gone through everything I knew going into this. So now we're just flying by the seat of our pants. I have no idea where this is going to go. So, yeah, let's see.
It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Oh, but it was, my dear Maki.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry
My dear
when
Maki
we
roll.
found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Except for in one position.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because it happened before the seance.
That's it.
Sure. I would have preferred it happened before Angie died,
Wasn't
but
from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
oh, wait. Maybe Kyo is the murderer. Hang on. Okay, so this is pure speculation. I have no evidence, I don't think. But if Angie did come in and she hit her head, maybe Kyo heard her do that, or saw her leg go through the floor, and then come through the floor. Then he runs up to see what the hell happened, and he finds her with a bloody head. He then helps her back to her lab, realizes, oh shit, she's now going to tell people that there's a hole in the floor, and kills her in order to hide that fact. In order to hide the fact that he was planning a murder. Then, in order to hide the fact that he did do a murder, he continued with the original murder that he had planned. Oh shit. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yo, you have been a naughty boy. Although, to be fair... Well, okay. So, to be fair, anybody could have found her in that position. Maybe she did the same thing as Kokichi. She walked out into the corridor and then just collapsed. Anybody could have found her in that position, but nobody would have had a motive to kill her, except for the person who actually cut the hole in the floor to begin with, right? Her finding that is both... It is the motive. That just makes too much sense. But how do you prove that? How do you prove that with actual evidence? It's a good theory, but evidence-wise, yeah, looking a bit grim there. Don't know. Okay, it was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. You should have said before Angie's murder. The blood stain from before the seance, it has to be them. Angie.
That's it.
Yep. If it wasn't Angie, I would have been very, very embarrassed.
It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
I think he just confused everybody even more.
Wasn't Angie killed in the research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
No, all of the blood from the neck injury or back injury, whatever it was, all of the blood from there was in her lab. It wasn't in the middle room. So no. Maki's laying a false trail there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
No.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Is that because you don't know anything about her?
Business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Kyo ain't looking happy. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or... Okay. Upside down, gold leaf katana,
The art
Necronomicon.
research lab.
Okay, I
is
don't
not
know.
where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
I don't think I can say anything
Why would
against
she go
that.
into an empty room?
What's really annoying is that I probably could. Necronomicon. Okay, child. It doesn't say anything about her blood stain. That's really annoying. It doesn't say anything about the blood stain on the floor. Look, there's a giant ass blood stain on her floor.
There shouldn't have been anything in them.
Except for candles.
That's it! She wanted a candle!
Ah.
Keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mia.
Yeah. Why was there all that water? Why was there all that moisture? What did Kokichi see? Something Angie did. There has to be a clue there.
The art research lab.
Yeah, no. I'm good. It was to get the candle. I understand.
But why would she go into an empty room? There's
Except for candles.
That's it! Candle!
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't think I got the V, but I agree. Why is it called a V point anyway?
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No, that's why you would get a candle.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
You have to burn it. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
Makes sense.
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
No.
That's why there was dried blood underfloor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance.
To be fair, that is actually kind of funny that she did.
If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's blood stain under the floorboards.
True.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie.
Hey, Kokichi's actually being nice.
This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hey, she didn't say it was magic.
You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already.
Yeah.
You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab?
Yeah, I don't buy that
And
either.
how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab?
Yep.
It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
Well, technically it
She
could,
was still
but
alive after the attack
I
in the
wouldn't
empty
try.
room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. I mean, we have evidence that she was injured twice, not that she was attacked twice. I'm sticking to my guns now. It just makes sense. Like, logically speaking, my idea just makes sense. She accidentally stepped through the floor, realized, oh, something's wrong here. It was cut. That's weird. She goes to warn everybody, and then, nope, sorry, can't have that, stab. It just makes sense. It just makes sense.
This is it.
So I don't appreciate the idea that she
Cut
was
to the back
attacked.
of her neck from the katana.
Oh, it was a cut as well. Huh. Okay.
But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma. And I think I know why.
I still disagree with her being portrayed as an angel there. She's closer to a devil.
After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now.
Oh, I should have figured that out. Probably. Because hang on. Let me show you why. Because crosspiece under the floor. the blood on the actual floorboard itself, on the bottom side of the floorboard. Do I have a mouse? I do. The blood over here, it's on the bottom side of the floorboard. If she'd ended up hurting herself, then it would have been on the top side. Then whoever killed Tenko, whoever set this up, would have had blood on their floor, so they just flipped over the floorboard. I should have figured that out, that the two had to be the same person. I didn't. I'm missing a lot in this trial. I'm getting kind of the gist of it, but I'm missing a lot. Oh well.
Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab.
I don't know if you heard that, but sorry if you did.
And it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear.
He's really lost it, huh?
Talking about all clear. What is all clear?
Wow.
What are you? All clear?
The zip on his mouth. The zip on his mouth being splitting into a grimace for no reason. That's funny.
What are you all? You what? What are? I will not fear. I will not back down.
Oh. Huh.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
I'm sorry, I just got flashbanged again. Sweet Korekio. Is he possessed by the spirit of his mother or something? What the fuck is going on? What is this nonsense? What the? Why? Okay.
Your words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Wow, but by the way, Kyo, if your idea at any point in this was to kill Angie and then have everybody, and then use that as a smokescreen for killing the other one, then going completely fucking insane in the middle of the courtroom probably isn't gonna help. What the?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
He basically...
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
He basically drew an arrow made of like luminescent paint on the floor, pointed right at him, and said, with the word "double killer" written inside it. It's like, okay. So Korekio did both. Great, cool, good.
You're giving me the goddamn willies.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
Yeah.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
Hey, Mystery Fox! Hello! Welcome. Welcome to the complete and total mental breakdown of Korekio. I hope you enjoy Kyo's case. Yeah. I think he might be just a little bit crazy. Just a little bit.
Nothing is clear at all!
By the way, is that the voice actor for Akechi in Persona? When he started screaming there, it sounded very much like Akechi. It was special, I guess. Yeah. Layers, I suppose. There are layers of insanity going on here. Anyway. Oh shit. All right. What am I rebutting? I don't actually know. Bloody duct tape. Okay, bloody duct tape.
Angie was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab. Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty
Yes,
room,
first
she
time
was
playing
trapped in the art
3.
research lab
I have
and
played
then
1 and 2
killed.
on stream before, though.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Oh shit, I missed.
Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Oh, there was also another one there. So hang on. There was... carried the body without blood, and there was no evidence anywhere. There was no evidence anywhere. I think that's the first one. I think he used the duct tape in order to seal the wound so that he could then move the body. Move the unconscious body, I should mention. Okay, maybe. The culprit carried Angie in such a way that wouldn't leave any blood behind. I'm sure there's a clue at the scene that proves it. I need to confront Kyo with that evidence. I can't be thrown off by his
You say the
pleas.
culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains.
Huh. So you did see blood in the hallway. So why wasn't it smeared all over? Because it's not there, is it? You're just bending the facts to make me suspicious. What kind of detective are you?
Oh no!
Oops. Okay.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body?
Okay, so it wasn't
And
that
not
one.
a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Hey, got it.
I'll cut through your words.
Counter. Seriously, what? The V just makes me think of Virgin. I don't... Why is it a
There's
V
evidence
point
left
or
at the
something?
scene.
That's
The
so
bloody
annoying.
tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Ah. I didn't
Bloody
actually
tape?
figure that out.
Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
Must have been Atua who did that for us.
Oh, please, Himiko, please.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Yeah, please stop it with the Atua.
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
Yeah. We
I'm
really do.
convinced There's only one person who could have killed Angie.
It took an hour and 10 minutes. Jeez. I could have finished that yesterday. I could have finished this one yesterday. Okay. Huh. Wow, that unraveled really, really quickly. Like, seriously. That's a world record. I hate it too. It's so annoying. It is, isn't it? It seriously is. I fucking hate cults. I hate them with a passion. And the whole student council cult got on my nerves so much. It was so annoying. Honestly, Angie is my least favorite character in this game just because of that cult shit.
It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
I didn't mind her up until she started the student council, but after that, no, she's just fucking nuts. I hate her. Hate her. Even hate her more than Tenko. That's saying something. That's like Tenko specifically hates me as an individual. So me hating Angie, that's, yeah. Atua has spoken every second Angie appeared, strangled my nerves. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of good character, right? You want to have characters that are on the different spectrums between you love them and you hate them, you know? So it makes sense to be in the game, but damn, she annoying. She is seriously annoying. Glad she's dead. Although it means I can't do my Jamaican accent. So that's a bit of a shame. Is it Jamaican? Is it Caribbean? I don't know. Jamaica is in the Caribbean, so whatever. Anyway, it's you, Kyo. You killed Angie. Indeed he did. What was that sound? What was that sound you just made?
What the fuck? So it's true.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
It was obvious. Since when?
Killed both of them.
He really did.
Why did you kill them?
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here though, and I'm gonna say that it would have been better if there were two killers, because then going forward in the story, Himiko would have had to have spent time around Kyo, and they would have had to like interact, which would have been really interesting. Honestly, it would have resulted in Kyo's murder at Himiko's hands, but it would have been a really interesting scenario to put them in. But anyway, whatever. Game chose no, so...
Pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Ah, but two victims were necessary to get away.
I think one of the murders was an accident.
Almost.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
The murder that was an accident. The murder that was an accident was the murder of Anji Yonaga.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
Kaide's death was sad.
Tenko wasn't accident?
Yeah, it really was.
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with the seesaw trick.
It was sad, but at the same time, it's like she fell on her own sword, right? She was dumb. She was stupid. She just shouldn't have done that. But she had good motives. So, yeah. Sad, but predictable, honestly.
But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
Really?
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Technically, yes, but also wrong.
Stop there.
That's also true.
He killed Angie. There was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
In order to stop...
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
Actually, do you know, that's actually a decent point. What would have happened if Kyo had stopped with Angie? Would it even have been possible for us to discover how Angie died? The only thing that, like, the reason why he wasn't in contention to kill Angie in the first place was because he wasn't a member of the student council and he wasn't Kokichi. So he couldn't, in our heads, he couldn't have gotten into the art room. So is there any way that we could have proven that he could have gotten into the art room without him killing Tenko? I'm going to say, because I know all trials, deaths, and plot twists. I feel like that's everybody who joins my streams. Everybody knows these games inside and out. If I've learned anything from streaming the past 2.5 years, I've learned this. It's that the Danganronpa community knows these games. Like, really knows these games. So... you're in a lot of company, my friend. You're in a lot of company. But could we actually have figured it out? Is there any way? Not really. We would never have been able to prove who cut the boards, the cross pieces. We never would have been able to prove that. And the only reason we were able to prove it is because everything else in the murder happened. So we were able to figure out why the crosspiece was cut, what purpose it served, and who used it for that purpose. Without that, we can't prove that Kyo had anything to do with Angie's murder. It would have been perfect. Huh. He's an idiot. He is a serious idiot, huh? Anyway. Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
Do you want to have another discussion with your mom?
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am?
Ask your mommy.
Why? Why are they? Why is it?
I swear that's a Ketchy's voice actor.
Korekiyo.
It's so weird.
Yes.
It's so weird.
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
This is bizarre.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
Do you know what this is reminding me of? It's reminding me of the first game. I don't remember her name at this point, but the girl who was also a serial killer. When this happened with Kyo, I was shocked for 5 minutes straight. Honestly, I'm getting there. This is nuts. But it reminds me of the serial killer girl in the first game. But even so, like, I feel like this is more shocking. Toko, yeah. It was I think it was basically in the middle of a trial where she took off her mask, wasn't it? Yeah, I love Toko. Yeah, I did too, to be fair. To be fair, I did. I was very surprised that she managed to survive the game. Although I suppose not in the other ending. But the other ending has its own bunch of problems. Anyway, there he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Yeah.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
Hey, he can look stylish, you know.
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it.
He was also carrying this game for me. I know. Hey, thank you for the follow, Fox. Really appreciate it, my man. Yeah. Yeah, I love Mew. Mew's my favorite. Mew's my best girl in this game. Maki's pretty great. I do quite like Maki, but Mew is just top notch. She's incredible. She's just so hilarious.
I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery.
Do you know, I kind of feel like Mew would be a fantastic VTuber. Like, the lewd tuber kind variety of VTuber. I feel like she would be brilliant in that. I'd follow. I'd like, subscribe, and follow that. Hell yeah.
Well said. Good job, Korekiyo.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
Yeah, kind of creeps me out too. No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie?
You're wrong. There is evidence.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me think for a moment. There is evidence that he killed Angie. No, I don't really know. I don't actually know. Not off the top of my head. Let me just double check real quick. I mean, everything I know, I'm basically supposing to be true. Oh, we never actually used the marker stone, did we? What was your favorite execution in DRV3 until yet? Well, I've only seen the two, yeah? I saw the maid and I saw Kaide's. Honestly, Kaide's was just kind of it just, I don't know, Kaida's was just kind of disgusting. I could tell you the evidence. No, please don't. Kaida's was just kind of disgusting. It just made me, it actually made me feel a little bit revolted. I've never actually felt that way when looking at one of these, but it's just, the idea of somebody basically getting shaken to death like a goldfish in a bag, like this was bloody Finding Nemo or something. It just kind of revolted me. The maid's death, the maid's execution was so deserved. Like, seriously, so deserved. I was actually happy to see it. Like, she was completely and totally nuts. So yeah, that's my favorite execution so far, anyway. Hole in the corner, dock statue. Proof that... Proof he was the one who killed her. Proof he was the one who killed her. Forehead injury. I mean, there's a katana, but that's not much. But she was only trying to save the world! Yeah! This random high school age maid was just trying to save the world. NBD, NBD. It's like, yeah, get over yourself, bitch. You may be the best maid the world could possibly know. That don't mean shit, son. She was the president. Actually, she was the prime minister, yeah. But still, I don't care. She's fucking nuts. Smoothie's account? No. No, I actually don't know. I don't know. Let's see what the game has to ask.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
Yeah, I am starting to wonder if he was if he's bluffing.
Used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room.
Okay.
That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
But are you talking about the floorboards? Okay.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize. 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 Apologize.
That's funny. Oh, Kyo getting into trouble. Yeah, but that's funny. He's so used to, like, I'm guessing that's his mother that he's quote unquote channeling. Like, it's kind of funny that he's so used to himself cowering in fear when she says apologize, apologize, that he just whips her out and just expects everybody to start groveling as well.
Apologize.
Oh wow.
Apologize.
Wow, yeah, he's totally cracked, huh?
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. Shuichi just took it out of my mouth right there. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Armament. Oh shit, okay.
I have nothing to admit.
Oh, I hate these.
You are simply wrong.
I hate these. Yeah. I suck at rhythm games. I just want to point that out.
So
I am aware of this.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. I'm not the culprit. So I...
Okay.
Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Pinocchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well
Oh shit! I was looking at the wrong one. Damn it.
This debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
Okay.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Damn it.
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit.
This is way
So
too
why are you
fast.
looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize.
Oh, that's an annoying one.
Apologize.
Ah, damn it.
Apologize. Apologize.
Oh, I can't do that. Come on.
So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Damn it. I can't do that one.
I told you I am not the
You're supposed to hit it on beat, but I don't have a beat.
You're all wrong, not me.
Damn it.
Correcchio speaks
How are
the
you
truth.
supposed to do that?
Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Damn it.
Apologize. Apologize. I told you I am
I
not
can't
the
do
culprit.
that.
So why are you looking at me like that?
Bloody hell.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Move. Or. Board. What? What? Re?
I told you I am not.
Oh, remove floorboard. Sorry.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Got it.
You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Okay.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Remove floorboard. Beauty.
Ends here.
This turns worse, you will see. Oh, jeez. Okay. He's like McCann with his endless repeating
Kyo
apologize.
hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
He actually hit her with it.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Huh.
Angie's blood?
But hang on. No, that's not right, though. That's not right, because there was blood underneath the floor as well. Dried blood under the floor. That would only make sense if she... Wait, am I still alive? Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay, it looks like I am. Okay, something went a bit... what? Sorry, something's gone wrong. Just a little bit wrong. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna assume I'm alive until I'm proven otherwise. Okay. What was I saying? Right, so... Yeah, so there was actually blood underneath the floor, though. So, which only makes sense if she hit herself on the board like Kokichi did. So, I don't really... Did he literally just pick up a floorboard and just smash her over the head with it? It's a bit harsh, isn't it? And she's blood.
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Oh, that's true.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
True. Okay, that was a little loud. Why
I
did...
believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board.
Okay, I suppose it... Okay, I suppose it does actually make sense that he intentionally did it, though. Because if he didn't because even if she did see him in the room, then, like, somebody dies later, she's like, oh, I saw you in this room earlier. So, yeah, I guess that does make sense. In fact, she might have been able to just stop the murder entirely. Like, if he was like, let's do a seance, and where will we do it? In this room. Oh, wait, I saw you in there earlier. Wait, what? Maybe we should check that room, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I guess that does make sense. I prefer my version, where she literally just stepped into the hole, and it was like, ah, shit. That makes... I just quite like that one, because I came up with it. And I'm a genius, so, you know, it can't be bad.
When Angie walked in.
And a cold cocked with a floorboard.
Cold cocked her. Never heard of that one before.
All you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
It's true. This is the truth.
Sorry for thinking it was you, Himiko.
Looks like we're almost at the end.
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Shuichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
Oh, is it comic book time? I love comic book time.
I'll go over everything one more time.
Huh.
Kyo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Kakui! Kakui, ne? Alright, so, oh shit, I didn't have the thing. Okay. Boop. Okay, so, just to point something out, I don't use the, I try not to use the, what are they called? Hints. I try not to use the hints, just in case you're wondering. Let me see here. So, takes out the wood. She comes in. Path made with salt. No. Stuck duct tape. Sickle placed. Hit the sliding lock. The remove floorboard. No. Okay, so we don't have the thing. So, the remove floorboard comes down. Yep. Picks her up, puts duct tape on her. We do have that. Okay. So this is the actual murder itself, more or less. Did I unlock anything? No. Remove the gold leaf katana. That's from the body. That's actually here? Yeah, that's actually there. No! Is it here? Okay. Removed it. Don't know what it means by removed it. That's a bit weird. So everything gets hung up. Pathway to salt. Sickle placed. Hit the sliding lock. Is here? Perfect. Sickle and salt. Okay, so we're getting away from Angie. Oh, but first... Oop. Nice. Sickle and salt. Wait. No, that's fine. I guess now is the salt? Oh, shit. Path made with salt. Oh, no. That's when it's already dark, right. No, this is actually sickle. Right. And this is before it's dark. This is during. Boop. Cool. Alright, now I have all of these unlocked, so let's do it. Stabbed Kaide's effigy. Cut crosspiece under the floor. Kokichi's lockpicking. Footsteps contaminated the scene. That's going to be soon. Stomp hard on the floorboard. That's actually right now. Shuichi. Okay, so this is the stomp. This is the salt. Footsteps. Okay. He extinguishes the candle. What's going on here? Oh, this is the lockpicking. Stabs Kaede. Cool. And last one is all the way up here. Cut crosspiece under the floor. Cool.
This is the truth of the case.
Now I get to shut up and let the man talk.
Let's look back at the first murder.
Oh, that knocked off.
It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
Jaunty stroll.
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle.
Why'd she go to the middle room?
At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces.
Sorry. That picture down the bottom right is actually really cute. It's like half the Spider-Man meme.
Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick.
Without him killing Tenko, I also think we wouldn't have been able to.
Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab.
Did they have to do the pose? Was that mandatory?
They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
No, they didn't. They sliced her. They sliced the neck, didn't they?
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
I have to say, that was actually very clever. Which makes me even cleverer for figuring it out. What?
Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it.
Sorry. I just realized there's the answer to Mew's question. Oh wait, was it Mew? Yeah, it was. I think it was Mew. Or was it Samugi? Yeah, she did put on panties. Just saying.
The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times.
Oh, that's true as well, yeah.
Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard.
Yeah, I still don't get the point of the stone though.
Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko, in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage.
Yeah, didn't volunteer.
We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song.
I like that Kokichi got seriously into it. He's even closing
When the
his
song
eyes.
finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan. To commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. While we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark.
I just had a thought.
However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture.
What the hell is that picture?
He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Complete. Huh.
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
So I had an interesting thought towards the end of that, which is his. I mentioned earlier that I don't think we would have been able to solve Anji's murder without him killing Tenko. What I find funny is that is true, but if he had only killed Tenko, we would have been able to figure it out. We would have been able to figure out who did it and how. So his improvised murder was actually better planned and better executed than the one that he actually planned. So that's kind of funny. Quite like that. I really want to know.
Sweet Korekio, there are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret My only regret
You got caught?
was not being able to make 100 friends.
100 friends?
Is he a serial killer?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
Sorry.
Racing excitement as
Sorry. Is Holy cr-
the heart-racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
Everybody's still ignoring Monodam. I quite like that. Wow. Alright. Well, that did not go the way that I thought it would in literally any way, shape, or form. I got nothing. I got nothing. I just want to know what he means by 100 friends now.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
I wonder how it's gonna go. Oh, who's he gonna vote for, do you think? Is he gonna vote for the explosion lolly? Oh no, he voted for himself as well. Okay.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I think we made the right one. This guy's nuttier than squirrel poo. Where did that come from? That was a quote. Nuttier than squirrel poo. Is it like Looney Tunes or something? I don't know. Missed 600. Basically perfect though. That's pretty good. Wait. Huh. Okay. Well, the argument armament, that's the rhythm game. I was always going to do badly, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. And closing, yeah, I missed one or something. Two, something like that. Anyway, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not bad. What do you mean by 100 friends? Please enlighten me. What the hell's going on?
Wow, seriously? You're correct again! Amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row!
Alright!
And if you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round! How's this gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right.
Yeah, he no need to kill them both, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me, were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
shut up!
Shut up! I never said I was scared.
The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Because we're friends, I'll tell you. I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive?
Yeah?
Then why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone.
There
that I
is
love.
someone that I love. From the bottom of my heart. Someone so dear. Someone I long for.
I love her with all my heart. And she loves me with all her heart.
Am I gonna get demonetized for this?
We vow
Wait,
an
I'm not
endless
monetized at
love
all.
to
Never
each
mind.
other,
It doesn't matter.
Forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love. No matter what anyone says.
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you. Some of us aren't that lucky.
So see this lover of yours, you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Angie and Tenko? But why did you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside.
Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his lover.
Yeah.
Calm down. No one would want a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Kersploosh!
Kersploosh. What the what?
Kyo, who is it? Who's this person you love?
Hey,
Is it really one of us? When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see,
I mean inside me.
sister.
Yes, the one I love lives inside me, my dearest sister.
Sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his sister.
Right?
Well, duh. If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait.
Jeez, they're just going back and forth, huh?
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter.
It is not that difficult. My sister is my lover.
Okay. So this really is Alabama, huh? Alright.
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply.
Do I have a mess? No physical connection.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
So they felt that way, they just didn't do anything about it. Okay, got it. Thanks for the...
They
Thanks for
called
that.
it forbidden love. But none could stop the love we shared. Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
But don't worry, there's no physical connection though.
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
But don't worry, there's no physical connection though. Oh, this guy is absolutely
For my beloved
fucking
sister.
insane.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to...
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
No, I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
Even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends. Friends for my dear deceased sister.
huh?
Deceased.
Do you understand?
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved
For sister's sake, I've killed many to send her 100 friends. They were all wonderful people, worthy of being sister's friends.
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
yes.
Yes, Korekio. I am very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What the hell?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Correcchio.
That's wonderful, Correcchio. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Well, you know.
You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here?
What was that?
What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Your kill voice sounds very similar. No, thank you. Actually, I originally modeled it after Severus Snape, actually. Snape. Severus Snape. Anyway.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends.
Huh?
Only girls? I see. So when we were deciding on who should be the medium...
Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl.
You said it would work best with a girl.
I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Mew, they were all worthy.
Really? Not Maki? Maki's a cinnamon roll. I won't stand for that. Mew's understandable, though.
All worthy of being sisters' friends. All worthy?
Why, you?
Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care. Then the second victim could have been me. Tenko died in place of me. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that NG Spirit should go in. No, I'll do it.
Oh, sorry. I got those voices mixed up. Oops.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Himiko.
Huh? Infiltrate? Really?
But
He just isn't paying attention, is he? But how did you...
It was obvious to me. I have studied many people. Yes.
Can this be?
She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko. Though I was planning on having you become sister's friend too, eventually.
No way!
What? You do all that for...
Wow, you did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that,
For my beloved
I
sister.
wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
You good, Kaito?
are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? You look kind of pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kyo for now.
Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I would have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However,
But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else, too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Correcchio.
Correcchio, you're such a thoughtful little brother, but it was bad to get greedy. You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Correcchio's crime.
I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister?
But how?
That wrong. That's so wrong.
Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I am always by Correcchio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death is unfair. Yeah?
and another thing.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death?
Honestly, he has a point. I don't watch the news, and there's a very specific reason for that. Because it would literally drive me insane.
Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Except me. I don't watch the news.
Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they would get a kick out of it.
If people were watching this?
Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Oh shit, no, I feel called out.
Hell yeah. If I wasn't in this killing game, I would have so much fun watching.
So then,
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you friends.
sister.
I think I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Correcchio.
It's alright, sweet Correcchio. Come to me.
Oh,
Looks like you're already prepared. Now then, let's get started.
it's punishment time!
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
The time between the vote and the execution was, in my opinion, a little too long in every case. All of them were very weird. All of them had very, very strange motives. So, like, none of them killed out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Desperation. No one killed out of desperation or honestly because of the killing game itself. They all had motives of their own that kind of needed an explanation, but yeah, it does go on a little bit too long, I will grant you.
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last, I'll finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others. Wait, I can't accept this.
Therefore.
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
From an anthropological
Why do you
point of
think
view.
so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease?
Yes.
The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
What?
I.
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then,
I've prepared
a
us.
very special punishment.
I've prepared a special punishment for the ultimate anthropologist, Correcchio Shinguji.
I shall observe.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't be just me and Correcchio.
all those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh boy. Does everybody have their popcorn? Yeah, needless to say, that guy was nuts and deserved everything he gets. He's literally a serial killer. And a very predominant serial killer with almost 100 kills. Cultural melting pot. Okay. Wait, he jumped in himself. I was wondering if he's gonna kick one of the others in. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. She's also sprinkling with salt. Oh. Why is she on his side? Okay. That was actually kind of funny. That was a fun one.
What?
Gory!
No, Monodam, why? What the? To think my cute child would commit suicide.
Yay!
Ah, it's so cute. It's so freaking cute that he would kill himself because he couldn't get along. The Monodam committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right.
Yes, the other Monocubs drove him to suicide, but not me. Hey, who's Monodam?
Eh?
Huh? You already forgot? That's kinda scary.
Well now.
Well, looks like another class trial has wrapped up without incident. So, I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Well. Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster.
Shut up. How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection ritual is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think another murder will happen if you do that, right? Who can say? What a waste. If none of you were going to use it, you should have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Which one? Well, I don't know. They were all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's just been the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad.
So long. Farewell.
To you I say adieu.
Even
now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing
Man, this
around.
is stupid. What people believe in is up to them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of the dead.
Of course.
The living are more precious than the dead, no matter what.
That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up. Leave me alone. But there's one thing this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all. Not in this academy. Yeah, you're right. Actually, come to think of it, 2 members of the student council were killed by a non-member of the student council. Yeah, the student council has a really awful track record, huh?
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Going to do his best.
They're going to do his best to keep everyone safe. Going to want to protect everyone.
But your talent is entomology. I don't want Shuichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay.
I'll work hard. I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent. Huh?
That's right.
It may not be possible now, but I'll put in the effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. By the way, just want to point out, I did point out in the last stream, but I want to point out here too. Still, nobody suspected her, even for an instant. Nobody pointed their fingers at her and said, she's the assassin, she obviously did it. No one did. Which is kind of cool, honestly. It would have been a very easy way of... it would have been a very easy start to the trial, but they didn't. So, that's kind of cool. Maki. I see. I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows?
Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll's one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll?
Oh.
I'm never going to stop calling you Maki Roll. It's nearly impossible, but have you known that you can complete the death run at the beginning and unlock an early ending? I've never made it, so I don't know if this is true, but it would be funny. Yeah, I'd say it probably is true. But I very, very quickly realized that if that's like a mini game that you can do, I ain't gonna do it. It's way too frustrating, way too time consuming. Oh, you guys are so close now. This must be the powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people.
You're right. Only 9 people left now.
Well, what do you know? The dumbass can do basic math. That's right, 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away, and only 9 remain.
Actually,
I feel like I've completely lost her voice. Or maybe I've completely lost my voice. By that calculation, doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But,
Just 9 of us.
well, you know.
Humans are like weeds, too numerous to count. 7 of us dead doesn't mean much in the end. That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking. Right? Right?
How rude!
No, I'm not thinking that. Your blatant robophobia is simply inexcusable.
But you know,
But hey, none of us gave up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on God, spirits, or the dead.
I believe in
Just you guys. I believe in all of you.
Okay.
Kaito.
Well, of course.
My man. You're right. Those of us who remain can start over.
Hey,
Hold up. Keyboy needs to apologize to everyone for the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that I'm willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your head off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength. Got that?
no way!
I have never heard of such an intense form of apology. It seems like everything is settled for now. Even though we're missing her.
You alright?
Himiko, you okay? Anything Gonta can do to help? You can tell Gonta.
Hey,
I think we should let her have some space for now. That might be best for her.
okay.
I remember how I felt.
Oh.
Oh, Gonta understand.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Huh?
Huh?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will if the world was comprised with just the truth.
But
even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know?
Right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
Nuh-uh.
I only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
There are 3 class trials left. 3? Really? Usually it's full 5, isn't it? Huh. Interesting. Okay, cool. Hey, what are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? What? Hold back? Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. So, if you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. Well, I mean, laughing makes you feel better too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. Tango, Angie, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you two. But I gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. But I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you. Aww. Himiko.
Damn it.
Damn it. It's making me kind of feel bad for being basically convinced that she was the killer. All that trial. Oh, don't you start, Gunta. If Gunta starts crying, I'm gonna start crying. Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as if she was releasing all the emotions she had bottled up. Before we knew it, as if lured by her doing so, we began crying. The tears we shed, I can't even describe it. We were crying about what we had been through and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. But at the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push us forward. After a while, Himiko finally calmed down. However...
Is she going to carry Gonta?
Oh, that's you. That's a yo. Look at you with your wowie.
No, she's fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me?
What?
You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
Okay. While we were heading back to the dorms, I suddenly noticed Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on ahead. Huh? You sure?
Well...
Anyway, don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, then you should have said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But...
Maybe not, but I feel like the walls we had up are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies.
It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, 'cause of me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But you sound like you're bragging, Kaito. But like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back. You can go on ahead.
Okay.
Sure, got it. See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. Are we gonna have our training session? After our goodbyes, I returned to my dorm room. I didn't notice what was going on with Kaito. My dude is actually dying.
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
My dude is actually dying.
No way am I gonna die here. No way.
Oh, he's totally dead, isn't he? He is totally... He is dead, ain't he? He is gone. Oh, shit. 3-1. Man, that was one bloody chapter. Obtain mask, or obtain present mysterious mask. Do you want to save? Yes. Okay. I suppose now would be a decent enough time to call it quits. Yeah, so final thoughts on that chapter then, huh? So my how do I put this? My requirement for a good class trial, for a good chapter, is can you figure it out? Can a human being, AI, not being an AI, can a human being figure it out before they actually get to the class trial? Or does the class trial contain all of information that you don't have? And honestly, this game is so far the best in the trilogy for that. All 3 chapters, it's difficult at times. There's some things that you need a twist in your logic to figure out, but all 3 of them you would be able to figure out. Like, if I changed my for example, this trial, I basically had everything I needed to have. The only twist in my logic, and I would have been able to figure everything out, is rather than holding... No, that wouldn't be the twist. Well, okay, so if I'd figure out that he didn't need to hold the sickle, and the board would act as and stamping on the board would act as a seesaw. If I'd realized those 2 things, I might have been able to figure everything out. But because I had basically dismissed Kyo as a possible killer of Angie, I wasn't thinking about him at all, more or less. And that meant that if somebody did do the killing, then they would have had to do it despite Kyo. They would have had to do it without him noticing. So that was the twist in logic that I didn't quite get. If I had gotten that, then I would have been able to figure it out. So that's pretty great. Like, that's honestly amazing. Yeah, so pretty great chapter. Kyo himself turned out to be a little bit more of a lunatic than I thought he was going to be. Same goes for Angie. Yeah. Honestly, if Angie hadn't died at the end, I would have hated this chapter. I really would have. She is probably my least favorite character in all of Danganronpa now. She's the only character in Danganronpa that actively annoyed me and actively irritated me. So, yeah. To be fair, Danganronpa, I feel like, doesn't have that many characters that were actually annoying. I don't think so. Okay, so there is obviously Tenko, and there was I don't remember her name, but the camera girl in Danganronpa 2, who they both just hated men, so yeah, they also very much annoyed me. But okay, there's a difference between hating men, which is obviously an awful thing. Mahiro, yeah, that sounds about right. But there's a difference between hating men, which is an absolutely awful thing and an awful trait to have, and starting a literal cult, you know? Those are two very different things, and one of them is undeniably worse than the other. Like, if you're going to be sexist or a cult leader, I mean, it's an awful choice to have, but I'd pick sexist, you know? So, yeah, those two annoyed me, but, like, that's really it. Like, it's really actually kind of surprising just how good the characters are in this series. And just how interesting they are, how fun they are. And, you know, Angie got her just desserts. She was killed. She was murdered. Fantastic. Tenko, okay, so Tenko actually got a bit of a redemption arc kind of thing where, well, she didn't really get one, but, like, you were able to see past the sexism and instead go to her caring about her friends, you know? So she wasn't a complete monster, okay? So Angie got what she deserved. Tenko got a bit of a redemption arc, and it turns out Kyo is just completely batshit insane. So that's pretty good. Yeah, that was a really interesting chapter. Really interesting characters, and really interesting character moments, and a really, really interesting, like, set of murders. Yeah, so I'd say that was a very good chapter. Honestly, with the way things are going, Danganronpa 3 might be my favorite in the series. I think that Danganronpa 1 had the best story, though. I think 2 and 3 having both of them having the same thing where they're just in a simulation kind of waters down each other, you know? The fact that they both have that means that they are both making each other worse for having it. But Danganronpa 1 did just have a solid story. But yeah, as far as trials go and killings, the ones in 3 are just really well put together. And like I said, they don't have any bullshittery where you end up with more clues during the trial than you had before you entered, you know? I think I'm right in saying that in chapter 1 and chapter 3, they didn't give you any truth bullets that weren't already that you didn't already have going into it. I think chapter 2 gave you one truth bullet at some point. I don't remember what it was or anything like that, but it's just kind of I just kind of have that in my head that there was one truth bullet in chapter 2. So yeah, like, if my choice is better story versus better trials, I'm going to choose the better trials because that's more interesting to me. So yeah, I think Danganronpa 3 might so far be my favorite in the series. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I didn't play the girls camp thing. Yeah, I didn't play that, but honestly, I don't really want to. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for today, everybody. So thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Mystery Fox, my main man. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you for the comments and everything. I really, really appreciate it. And also thank you for the follow. That is also very appreciated. Everybody who just popped in, popped out, no matter how long you stayed, I hope you had fun and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I'll see you next time. So I'm on YouTube and I'm on Twitch. Like, subscribe, comment, favorite, ring the bell, and follow, please. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye!